Hi, my name is Brandon Atwell, and this is a story about the first time I ventured into the lovely but challenging field of anthropology. My lecturer indicated to us that the theme of our anthropology project would be taboos. I left class that day with my thoughts in a conundrum because I wasn't sure which taboo I should delve into. However, luck was on my side, since one day I was sitting on the campus of the University of the West Indies when I saw a married couple who are both my friends and also attend the same church as me, engaging in a heated conflict. Upon investigation, and as the conflict unfolded, I received the shock of my life. Nadine's husband had cheated on her with a close friend of theirs. I was shocked beyond words. I also began to wonder, how would members of our Roman Catholic Church, which is located in South Trinidad, talk about this? However, I was always taught to find a positive out of every negative situation. Thus, I decided to make this the focus of my anthropology project. Hence, my research question became, how do members of a Roman Catholic Church, that is, Our Lady of Perpetual Help in South Trinidad, talk about adultery? I grew up being taught that adultery was wrong. Thus, I knew I had to remove my biases from this research if I was to produce something of truth and quality. Nevertheless, I decided to make the priest of our church my gatekeeper. Now listen closely, because this is where the fun begins. On my first day in the field, the priest delivered a sermon on adultery, and then he went on to ask members of the church their opinions on the topic. The priest immediately quoted a scripture. He said, "He who commits adultery lacks sense. He who does it destroys himself." So as a typical Trinbagonian, as he spoke these words, I thought of Nadine's husband and his adulterous actions. So members of the church then began to give their opinions. A female member of the church stood up and stated that adultery is ugly and that men need to stop chasing these married women because adultery is a sin of the flesh. However, a male member of the church, much to my surprise, said that nothing is wrong with adultery as it is an integral part of our Trinidadian culture. Weeks then went by as I continued to study members of this church. Oh boy, I felt that my research would not be complete until I interviewed the two main people who fueled the study. That is Nadine and her husband. This part of my study wasn't so exciting because during this interview with Nadine, as she spoke about her husband's adulterous actions, she burst into tears as she made mention of her husband being the core of her life. Nadine went on to explain that as a member of the Roman Catholic Church under study, she believed that adulterers should be punished as this is a crime against the psyche. On the other hand, during the interview with Nadine's husband, it was clear that he felt horrible about his actions, but also felt like it wasn't his fault. He blamed his adulterous actions on the fault of the outside woman, who he claimed was always pursuing him. Thus, he went on to state that women are usually the cause of adultery. Unfortunately, my study of this church came to an end, and it must be noted that the discourses surrounding adultery by the members of this church shocked me in many cases. It proved like any other taboo, adultery is deep-seated in subjectivity. My discourses surrounding adultery did indeed change from what it was from the inception of the project, because now I believe that it's all about a choice. A choice, however, that I won't make, but won't be upset if others do. So therefore, with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed the story about the first time I entered into the field of anthropology.